Richmond isn't just the capital of the Commonwealth. It's one of the fastest growing hubs in the Mid-Atlantic for foodies, outdoor enthusiasts, and tech. Not even ChatGPT can keep up with all the changes. If Richmond is on your radar, you need to know what's being built now and what's coming next. Here's the truth. What you see in Richmond right now isn't the full picture. As you can probably tell from all the noise in the background, this city is in the midst of a major transformation. It's getting bigger, better, and more exciting. And if you don't understand what's coming, you can't really understand where the city's headed next. I'm Greg Somerville. I work with buyers and sellers across the Richmond Metro every day of the week. Feel free to call my cell if you have any questions, or if you'd like a free copy of my Richmond home buying guide, click the link in the description below. A big part of my job is staying on top of what's being built, not just what's here today. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through the biggest projects, the hottest openings, and the major changes shaping Richmond right now. Major projects. Let's start with the projects that are going to redefine Richmond over the next decade. The Diamond District. CarMax Park, which officially anchors the Diamond District, is open for business, and the Richmond Flying Squirrels are off to a hot start. But the stadium is just the beginning of Phase 1, which will continue over the next 6 years. Other features of Phase 1 include a 180-room hotel, office building, parking garage, 30,000 square feet of retail, 163 units of affordable housing, and a new city park. This is a full-scale district transformation, not just a ballpark. The VCU CoStar Center for Arts and Innovation. This $253 million project will expand VCU students' opportunities in cinema, communication arts, dance, music, and theater. It's targeted to open in late 2027. Virginia Commonwealth University already has a strong national reputation for the arts. This new facility should cement that status for decades to come. The Shockoe Institute. The Institute is part of the much larger Shockoe project, which was approved by City Council in 2022. The vision of the Shockoe project is to create a national model for telling the story of slavery here in Richmond. As Mayor Danny Abula said, it's about telling the full truth of our history. Shockoe Institute opened in April. It serves as a hub for research, exhibits, and community engagement. This is the first concrete step in a much larger, visionary project that will unfold over the next 10 years. Dining and entertainment. Richmond's food scene is already one of the best in the Mid-Atlantic. 2026 is taking us to a new level. Anecdotal evidence says that Lafayette Tavern is the hottest new restaurant in town. It has a cozy New York steakhouse feel. It's known for its tavern burger and great cocktails. Reservations drop on the first of the month, and they are hard to get. So here's a pro tip. If you can't score a reservation, try showing up at 4:30 on a weekday. You may well get added to the wait list. Foundry Park at Riverfront is part of the new CoStar Group complex. It's going to include 4 new restaurants that are open to the public. The big challenge in this part of town, though, is parking. But here's the good news. A new parking garage is being built at the top of the hill that's going to include about 300 new spaces. This is going to make these riverfront restaurants so much more accessible. Not everybody is crazy about this, but Virginia's 5th casino, Live Casino and Hotel Virginia, will be situated in Petersburg, just 30 minutes south of Richmond. The planned $1 billion resort will feature a hotel, dining, and lots of entertainment. A temporary version of the casino opened in January 2026. It's housed in a giant tent-like structure that holds over 900 slot machines and 30 table games. The full resort should be built out by 2028. Whether or not you're a fan of legalized gambling, this is going to be a major regional draw. The great outdoors. If you live in Richmond, enjoying the great outdoors is a huge part of the lifestyle. Perhaps the single biggest transformation taking place in Richmond right now is the $30 million renovation of Browns Island, taking place right behind me. Major upgrades include restrooms and water fountains, fully ADA accessible paths, a splash pad, a performing arts pavilion, and riverfront terraces. The landscaping is also getting a lot of attention. Invasive species will be ripped out and replaced with over 200 shade trees and more than 11,000 native plants. The project should be completed by January of 2027. I cannot wait to see what the new Browns Island looks like when it's done. A new addition to the James River Park system is also in the works. 2 years ago, the city of Richmond acquired Mayo Island for $15 million. The goal is to convert this former industrial site into a 15-acre park featuring native meadows, walking and biking trails, and paddler launch points. This is going to require removing 7.5 acres of asphalt and concrete. Mayo Island Park will serve as a green connection between Shockoe Bottom and Manchester. It's expected to open in the fall of 2026. But that's not all. Mayo Bridge itself is slated for replacement beginning in 2028. Proposed designs emphasize better access for pedestrians and bikers, making it a lot easier for residents to get back and forth between Manchester and Shako. It would be hard to exaggerate how much this is going to enhance life in this part of town. And let's not forget the Texas Beach pedestrian bridge. Texas Beach is one of Richmond's most popular river access points, but for the past 2 years, the bridge linking it to the North Bank Trail has been closed. The only way to reach it was from the water, but repairs are underway, and the project should be finished by December of 2026. Make sure you schedule some time on Texas Beach in the summer of 2027. Let me pause here for a sec. I want to offer you a free resource. Richmond is changing so fast, it's hard for me to keep up, even though I live here. I rely on several local news sources to keep me informed of the news behind the news. If you would like links to some of my favorites, my number's on the screen. Just shoot me a text and I'll be happy to send you those links. Real estate and development. Now let me talk about what I'm seeing on the ground as a real estate agent. Manchester is on the move. Located just across the river from Shako Bottom, Manchester is the fastest growing skyline in Richmond right now. What's happening here is similar to the transformation of Scott's Addition over the past decade. A former industrial area converted into a vibrant mixed-use community with lots of youthful energy and vision. Dozens of new apartment and condo projects are underway right now. One of those is Avery Hall. Its 2 towers will contain 550 apartments. The city is investing in this part of town with a new branding campaign called Manchester Spotlight. 3 local artists were commissioned to create new murals. Manchester is rising. I'm really excited to see its future. There are several major developments in the works across the metro. Let me highlight 2 of them. Springline at District 60 in Chesterfield County. This 42-acre site is located at the intersection of the Midlothian Turnpike and the Chippenham Parkway. It will include 120,000 square feet of retail, 200,000 square feet of office space, 1,200 or more residential units, entertainment and outdoor space, and a 12-story, 270-room Hilton hotel, due to be finished 2 years from now. Springline at District 60 is turning into a new town center for Chesterfield County. The next is taking place in Henrico County, which for several years pursued a major mixed-use development called Green City. It would have been situated on the former campus of Best Products. The $2.3 billion project would have included a new hotel, office and retail space, and a 17,000-seat stadium. But developers failed to meet their financial obligations and the project stalled. Henrico has decided to go ahead and tear down the iconic Best Products facility, clear the site, and solicit new proposals. Their vision is very clear. They're looking for a mixed-use development with residential, retail, and green space. No developer is locked in yet, but it's just a matter of time. Keep your eyes on this one. It's going to be exciting. Transportation. All of this growth only works if people can move around efficiently. Richmond International Airport, or RIC, has been named one of the most efficient mid-sized airports in the country. It currently offers direct flights to 35 or 40 US cities, and it's in the process of adding more. It just added 2 weekly flights direct to Cancun. RIC is stepping up its game with the planned Capital One Lounge, bringing a premium travel experience you typically only find in major cities. And it's actively pursuing a non-stop flight to Europe. Richmond's fare-free bus service, the GRTC, currently offers a 7.5-mile east-to-west express line from Willow Lawn to Rockets Landing. A north-south express line is currently in the planning phase. If approved, it would cover a 9-mile stretch connecting Richmond's south side and north side. For anyone who knows Richmond's history, this kind of transportation link connecting communities south and north of the river would be a huge step forward. And then there's the Fall Line Trail. You may already know about the Virginia Capitol Trail, a 52-mile paved bike path from downtown Richmond all the way to Jamestown. The new Fall Line Trail is being designed not just for recreation, but for active transportation. The 43-mile multi-use trail will extend from north to south, from Ashland through Richmond to Petersburg. Nearly $300 million has been raised so far for the project. About 20 miles of the trail have been started or completed so far, with the entire project slated for completion by 2034. The Fall Line Trail has potential to change the way that thousands across the metro region think about their daily commute. As we wrap up, I hope this one main point comes through. Richmond isn't just growing, it's evolving. New districts, new infrastructure, new opportunities. If you're thinking about moving here, you need to understand not just what Richmond is today, but what it's becoming over the next 5 to 10 years. I'd love to share more details or answer any questions you might have. My cell number's on the screen. And if you'd like a copy of that free Richmond home buying guide I mentioned earlier, just click the link in the description below. I am hyped for all that Richmond is becoming. I hope to see you here soon.